Hi guys, welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. On today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to choose the best place to print your photos. So as you can see on this picture here, I have a beautiful little photo of my Olivia. This was when we were taking pictures for a Wicked Witch picture, so that's why she has on a lot of makeup. Don't judge, it was for a character, but the picture was just so cute, so I thought I would use it for this test. Back in 2018, I did this same kind of experiment. I went through and I printed one image at several different places, at 8 different places: Walgreens, Shutterfly, Zazzle, Snapfish, Target, CVS, Walmart, and empix. When I did that and put them side by side, so I ordered the prints and then essentially scanned them in so that I could see the quality compared to the original file, the results were astonishing. As you can tell by this example, the original picture only printed really close at really maybe two places, empix and Zazzle. Some of these other photo labs are awful. Target was terrible. Walgreens was really bad. So a lot of times the pictures are either overexposed, they're too green, they're too orange, the quality is terrible. So in this next few slides, I'm going to go over the new experiment I did. I printed at several different places in addition to the ones I did previously, so I could do kind of a larger comparison. So when I compared and rated these different print labs, I was rating them and comparing them based on price, shipping, packaging, quality, and then just the overall everything all put together. So let's move on to the first comparison. So with the first one, you can see the original picture on the left, and on the right, we have the printed photo from CVS. So these, like pharmacy type retailers that have photo labs in there, are generally something that you would use just for a quick print if you are not concerned with the quality. This isn't necessarily terrible, but it's definitely overexposed and too orange. So the same goes with Target. Target, I've never found, as much as I love Target, I have never found them to have very much quality or success with printing photos. Again, overexposed, very green. The quality was awful. So Target is a no-go. So next we move on to Walgreens, kind of the same as Target and CVS, overexposed, the color is way off. I would definitely not recommend. So then we move on to the big box, like wholesale clubs, Costco and Sam's Club. Costco wasn't awful. It was definitely too orange, still, again, a little exposed, and the quality was not great. So when I actually got the physical print and was looking at it, it was not great. Sam's Club. Again, looking at it kind of from afar, the color isn't too bad, but it's definitely too overexposed. So from here, we move on to the online print labs. First one being Easy Prints. If you look at the original photo on the left and then the Easy Prints photo on the right, you can see a huge difference in the contrast. The one on the right almost looks to have like a matte finish, and it is way overexposed. And when I say overexposed, I mean the areas that are light, like the highlights, are blown out, so they are much lighter than what they should be. Printique, which I had actually never heard of this place. I was actually very impressed. It's not, spot on, but the quality was really not too bad. When I get to the very end too, I'm going to show you how I felt about the packaging and the shipping and all of that stuff too for some of these. As far as Shutterfly, The quality wasn't terrible, but look how green the picture is on the right compared to the left. So the exposure was pretty accurate, but the color quality was terrible. Snapfish, I have never had luck with Snapfish. I tried to order Christmas cards from them one year and I couldn't even send them out. They were so awful. And I mean, I think this photo speaks for itself, how off it is from the original on the left. Zazzle. I actually really, really like Zazzle. Although the picture has a slight matte finish to it, so the contrast is not quite there, they are a great place to use if you want to print posters, if you want to print photo products, whether that is a coffee mug, a keychain, a t-shirt, a pillow, Christmas cards. I always order my Christmas cards through them. They also do business type supplies. So that would be, business cards, pens, basically anything that could be printed, they provide. So Zazzle is really not too bad. They're not 100% on print quality for just printing like 8x10s and stuff. But for poster size, it's a very cheap, affordable way to get something and still get pretty good quality. Nation's Photo Lab. And actually, let's go back. I skipped one. Amazon. Oh, where do I begin with Amazon? So their pricing wasn't great. The only way it's beneficial is if you have Amazon Prime and you get free shipping. Otherwise, it's really not worth it. The packaging was awful. The pictures, as you can see, again, they speak for themselves. It was not great. So let's move on to Nation's Photo Lab, who is definitely one of the top options, in my opinion. Just looking at these pictures from your view, so looking at them on your computer or phone screen, you probably won't notice a huge difference. Their pictures were a little warmer than the original, but other than that, everything was really not bad. The pricing was a little steep. Artsy Couture, I used to use this all the time when I would recommend places for my clients to print pictures through. And they used to be very, very expensive. However, the way they package their photos is impeccable. It's by far the best. They have a lot of really custom type products that you can purchase through there. So like wood prints, things like that. Their pricing has come down tremendously. I thought for sure when I did this comparison that they were going to get a really low rating because I remembered them being so expensive. However, they have come down and they are really comparable to the top photo labs. So they are definitely a top choice. Finally, we come to empix. Empix by far is my number one choice. I have always gone to them first. They run sales frequently. Usually if you spend a certain amount, you will get free shipping, and their quality is just by far the best. As you can see, the picture or the print is basically a dead ringer for the original photo. So now we move on to the side-by-side comparison of everything. And you can see, so we have the original up here in the corner and then empix right next to it. Like I said, it was my first choice. And then you can see how different so many of these pictures look. It's crazy. Again, Nation's Photo Lab is a great choice, and Artsy Couture, obviously, in addition to empix. Okay, so now you can see my little chart here that shows a breakdown of all of the ratings I gave everything. So price, shipping, packaging, quality, and then the overall. You should be able to look through these and see, so for instance, Artsy Couture overall, so the overall score received 4.5 stars. empix received 5. Nation's Photo Lab received 4. And then Target was 1.5. So they were by far the lowest on my scores. So were Sam's Club, Shutterfly, Walgreens, Easy Prints, You can just look through these and see the difference in all of them. So some may have scored really high on packaging, like maybe they did a great job packaging, maybe shipping was super fast, but the quality was awful. So for instance, on Easy Prints, the price very low. So they received 4.5 stars. However, the quality was so terrible, they only received 1 star. So this is a great way to kind of decide where you want to print. So if you're not willing to spend, a little bit more, you might be able to look on here, see where a provider might not be as expensive, but the quality is still pretty high, because that is important. You get what you pay for generally. So you definitely don't want to pay bare minimum and then get something that you don't even feel comfortable sending out in a Christmas card or hanging up on your wall in your home. So please just keep those in mind. So as I mentioned, empix is by far the #1 choice. I will include a link to the empix website as well as Artsy Couture and Zazzle as well, because I feel like Zazzle is a great resource for, like I said, printing additional products. Everyone seems to go to places like Shutterfly and Snapfish, and I think that they are terrible. So I personally would recommend Zazzle. So that is it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.